Good afternoon everybody and welcome to this FIBA NBA Coaches Clinic, and thanks very much for turning up on a Sunday afternoon. We have three tremendous coaches who are going to be presenting to you for 30 minutes each. We've had a late change. Eric Glass is going to be the second presenter. Damian Cotter from the Chicago Bulls is going to be the first presenter. Eric Glass is from the Miami Heat. He'll be the second presenter. And Jenny Screen, who's one of our famous Opals players, will be presenting in the third clinic. The coaches have donated their time very generously to us. It's fantastic for them to do this at this Basketball Without Borders camp here at the AAS in Canberra. Damian Cotter is now an assistant coach with the Chicago Bulls. He's been involved in our national junior programs for many years. He's also coached at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games as an assistant coach with our women's teams, the Opals. He's coached in the NBL, in the Australian League, and he's been an absolute doyen in terms of coaching and giving back to basketball in Australia. We're very grateful for him to come and spend some time with us this afternoon. Would you welcome Coach Damian Cotter?
Thanks, Pat. It's a privilege to be here. I haven't travelled back to Australia for a long time due to what's been going on in the world, and I'm going to talk today a little bit about what the philosophy was from when I was involved with club coaching, but I'm also going to talk about in the context of development. I was a head coach of a G League team, and I'm going to talk about defense, and we did a pretty good job. I'm going to share some principles, give you some drills, and if they've got questions later on, I'll be happy to answer them. But to me, with defense, and I think we all do it, we start off and we have these ideals, and then once we get into competition, we lose our way of the ideals. And I think there's some defensive basics, and I'm going to talk about that. You're going to hear me reinforce that when I show the drills. First thing's talk. That's however you talk, it's going to solve a lot of problems, and most problems on the rotational side defensively, when pick and roll, they fall short when there's a lack of communication. The second thing's ball pressure. How do you pressure the ball? It's different for everybody. It's the level that you're playing. It might be generic. You're coaching under 14s, might be generic. Now you're coaching under 18 state team. Some players you guard less than others. Some players you steer. So that's something to think about. What level you're coaching at. Second thing's gaps filled. So ladies, let's go. Let's go quickly. Get one ball. Are they reversible tops? Yeah. We did a bad job with that. All right, let's get a player on the wing. On offense, player on both wings, player on at the top with the ball quick. Let's get a player in the corner on offense. I think we've got 8, right? Let's match up with that. So let's get a player guarding here. So what I mean by gaps filled is how you present to the ball. All right, so this is your collective discipline, it's your starting point of your. So this is the third thing of your defensive basics, gaps filled. The fourth thing is movement. How do you move when the ball's on the pass or on the drive? Okay, so your rotations. All right, so if the ball's moved there, we're moving on the flight. If the ball's driven, how are we rotating? All right, I'll go through that in a moment. But these are your basics. Okay, the last thing, and I've been involved now overseas for 5 years, the contesting and rebounding. Like rebounding's changed. There's a lot more threes, so change the way you rebound. And it depends on the level that you're at. That's something to think about. So we talk a lot about, with the Bulls, is lane line blockouts. We don't talk about, we talk about just securing the lane line because there's so many threes and there's more long rebounds. Okay? Drill discipline. Every camp I do, I talk about you have to have disciplines for your drilling. First thing's time and score. All right? Then your rotation, how you rotate. You've got to have some chaos and confusion. And that's where when I think about my journey and coming through the same pathway that you guys are at, I used to have the most sexy looking practices and things were really perfect, and then we get into games and we couldn't play. And I work for a legend right now in the game, and Coach Donovan, he always talks about having some chaos. And I think it's a part, if you want to develop your players, and that's for under 12s, 14s, 16s, 18s, the elite adult level, you've got to have some chaos. The last thing with your drill discipline is your teaching cues and what you're going to teach in that. You can't teach everything. And when I would, once again, I always reflect on, I used to try and coach everything. Now, if you've got an assistant coach, you work with that. You be deliberate with how you focus your time. You can't do everything. Okay? Now, where I've evolved, I think I've evolved with the G League, our components of practice, we'd have a warm-up, then we'd get to 1-on-1, 3-on-3, 5-on-5, and we'd have a running drill. And we made sure that was, we'd fill those criteria. Our warm-ups were teaching. That's when we do our 1-on-0, if we're doing our 5-on-0. But everything else we tried to get in a competitive situation. So gave you a lot of theory there. I'm happy to answer questions later on. Okay, let's start with this. Now, I'll talk about the push points. I started coaching this, I think I coached the Emus, I can't remember. But we use this to great effect with the G League. So you see the witches' hats. All right, this is where we wanted to steer the ball. And whenever we're doing closeout work, so let's do this, ladies, while we're waiting. You're on offense. You're in your gaps filled. All right. Anywhere we did the closeout, okay, when we're doing this, we wanted the players to have a plan to close out and steer the ball to a push point. Now, if the ball was up here, where would your push point be? There. We never wanted to open up early and steer it down there. We'd just give up straight line drives and get into all types of trouble. If the ball was over here, where are we taking it? And the hardest thing to guard is dribble drive, I think. And this is where I think the push points really help. It really helped the young fellas that I was coaching. If we got beat middle, I think the first thing that goes wrong is when players get beat, they give up a step too early. And you want to try and encourage players to stay in the competitiveness. So, what's your name? Lulu.
Ruby.
So Ruby, Lulu's guarding Ruby. If Ruby gets a step on Lulu, instead of giving up and opening up and relying on rotation, all right, we want Lulu to stay. And where's the nearest push point now? So we want to, and this is a tough way to play. And this really helped the kids I was coaching. And I just want to share that with you. It's just, so we had some accountability. And now when we go to one-on-one, I'm going to talk about this. So let's do this. Let's get 2 grey. Quick. Doesn't matter. So we're going to play it. It's a defensive train. So you get a point for a stop. Lulu, right? So show me your stance. And I think you've got to practice closeouts and moving into one-on-one every day. Now, I always go, here's the drill, and then I start teaching from that point. So the drill's this. That's it. And we're going to have a 5-second shot clock. I'll make it 6. All right? And you got one-on-one to score. What's your name? Anna. All right, so Anna's going to score. So, ready? 5 seconds, quickly. All right, 1 point for defense, next offense. Okay? Now you can do it this way. Ready? Quick. Time. 1 point. All right, you stay on defense. My bad, I didn't talk the rotations. If you get a point, you stop. Right. So this is pretty boring. I don't think it's relevant to the game. And I talked before about chaos and confusion. All right, so with that, what I want, I'm going to either say corner, wing, or top. So if I say corner, offense, you run to corner, go quick, Go. Anna. You're good. Go to the corner. You'll get now guard and low shift, quick. If I say wing, you come back here. If I say top, I give you the ball. Got it? And you have 5 seconds to score. Okay, let's go. Corner. Corner. Here we go. Here we go. Ball, quick. New offense, quickly. Top, quick, new offense. Stay on defense, Lulu. You got a point. Quick. All right, live dribble from top. 5, 4, 3, foul. Offense to defense, quickly. Wing. Getting the shift here. Here we go, quick. All right, so let's go back to this. This is where the push points fall in. Now, that's just an idea of rapid fire one-on-one. Some teaching points with this. You can do it a couple of ways, but we want our footwork. If I'm here, all right, I'm going to move my lead foot, I'm going to drop my hips. When I arrive, I have my hands up. You can have whatever you want. My big thing, though, is your foot angles. If I close out like here, I'm not sticking with the push points. I want to be square, and I've got a push point here, and my other push points here, and my feet are here. If I'm in the corner, we've got this. And then, relevant to your age, whatever you're coaching, your hand pressure or your ball pressure, you want to take away the shot. If it's an uncontested shot, I always give it to the defense. I think you need to do one-on-one every day if you really want your players to develop. Okay, all right, so that's just some thoughts on one-on-one. 3-on-3, let's get 3 grey on offense. A player here, a player here. All right, okay, match up, move over a little bit, match up, you're on defense, so get reds on defense, reds on defense. Okay, I'm going to go through, now I think this is a really good drill. You can build into it. You can get your basics. I'd use it as a warm-up. I got this drill when I was a young coach working at Basketball Victoria with Guy Malloy. And then when I went to America, the young coach I worked for in my first job at Long Island, Ron Norwood, he did a similar drill. And we use this a lot with the G League. Now I talked before about the basics, so we got to tick off torque, ball pressure, movement on the flight. So just widen this a little bit. What we're going to work, ladies, so you've got a corridor, okay? So you're going to show your gap, you're going to fill the gap. So here, you're going to be here, all right? Ball goes to there. All right, so this is our words. Your words, ball. Your help, you're going to be across here. You're going to turn, get to here. And you're going to say low. All right, so let's go back to here. Go, throw it. Boom, boom. Right, now ladies, as we pass the ball, we're going to start moving down this direction. Okay? All right, we got it? All right, move. Get across. Good, stop, good. All right, flip it over quickly. Now, I picked drills to show because not many of us get a squad of 12 players. Okay, we've got 8, so let's get the last 2 players ready to rotate in down here. Okay, and that's what we deal with in Australia. You're on Tuesday night, you got 6 players turning up. You got to find a way to teach it. All right, so let's bring it back now. Basics. Moving on. So we had decent torque. Okay, our movement was okay, but when the ball goes to there, you got to drop and yell low and beat the ball to the spot and show a stance. Got that? All right. And when we close out to the ball, I want your hands up. We're going to improve that. Okay, hands up. All right. Now offense, you can take 1 bounce now. Okay, from the middle. All right, we ready? Go. Hands up. Good. Good. All right, we're going to get competitive in a moment. Rotate in. Flip it over, girls. Quick. Quick. Set up again. All right, now I'm fast tracking this. I wouldn't go like this, but then we start putting in action. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a dribble handoff. So the two sides just move a little bit. All right, and so now you're going to do a dribble handoff. Okay, so what I want you to do is dribble. Now when she's coming to you, I want you to connect and direct. We don't want back cuts. Okay, so you want to connect and direct. Now you're going to put pressure on her Lulu, and as the handoff happens, you're going to get off and let her get through. Got it?
Yeah.
All right, okay, so let's have a look at this, and we're going to move down. We're going to keep working on our talk, and we're going to keep working on filling gaps. Right, go. Slide through. All right, okay. All right, good. Flip it over. I'm going really quick. All right, ladies, you can be a little bit wider, and we don't have to go through quick. So when you bring the ball back to the top, slow down a little bit. Remember what we're doing. All right, and you can see how many repetitions did we get then? We had about 10 repetitions. Probably, you know, that's better than sitting in a half court, stopping, going again, stopping. All right, you want to make sure you're getting value. Now it's a little bit messy, but that's okay, because that's what's going to happen in the game. So let's see how we go now. I want you to be physical. Okay? So when Lulu dribbles, I want you to connect, right? And push it and then slide through. You're going to let it through. And be active with your hands. What are you doing while that's happening? What's your word?
Low.
Low. All right, we good? All right, show us. Good job, ladies. Let's keep it going. Come on, let's go. Better. Gaps filled. Keep talking. Slide through. Good. Good. All right, finish. Good job. Okay, quickly go back there. I'm rushing through it. I wouldn't throw all this out. I'm going to go through one more thing, pick and roll, and then get to the part I like. All right? Okay, rotate in, ladies. Quick, come on. I think when you're doing development and you're doing this sort of drills, I think every player plays everywhere. So the ball starts here. All right, get further over here. Remember, you're in your corridor. You got the middle corridor. There's never two players in one corridor, unless we're doing an exchange. Okay, so now you take the ball down. All right, you're going to pass it. Go set non-ball. Go set pick and roll. No, your offense. Where'd you play? Where'd you play? All right, stop. We're going to go through how we're going to guard it. All right? Where should you be? You're always low. We'll always have somebody protecting the basket. All right, sticking with the theme of how we did the pick and roll. There's 1,000 ways to do this, as you know, but when you come in, I want you to connect and direct it to the screen. Got it? You're going to have your hand on all right? And you're going to get wide and you're going to flat show. All right? You're going to guard it for 2 dribbles. All right? You're going to slide through, get back, take 2 dribbles, and then adjust back to the position. Got it? Yep. All right, here we go. Good talk and making sure we're filling. Gaps filled. We got talk. We got good ball pressure. Okay, here we go. Get back in front. Go pick and roll, quick. You got to guard it. Keep going. All right, stop, slow down, ladies. We've got to teach it. So we're going a little bit quick. Go back to here. Ball's here. All right. It was on me. I didn't say it. I'm rushing through it myself. All right. You got to say screen left. Okay. That's on me. Ball goes here. Close out. Ball pressure. All right. We're coming in. Screen left. All right. You're going to connect and direct. You're up on the screen here. We're not dropping back. All right. You're going to show. All right. Show flat. All right. You're going to fight to get over. Come back to it. Now, my teaching points with getting over screens. All right, we want to get our heel, our hand. So heel and hand first. So get your left heel over the screen. Slide in, get your left hand up, and then your hips left. So heel, hand, hip. Show me that. And be aggressive with it. You're showing and presenting. Where are you? You're low. All right, here we go. Good, good. Keep it going, keep going. Start at the top. Good defense. Here we go. All right, stop. Okay, flip it over. All right, so I'm just compressed, I think, 3-4 weeks, right? All right, but this is where now we're going to just speed it up a little bit. Okay? As soon as I say go on offense, it's live. Okay? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the dribble handoff. Now, I talked before about chaos and confusion. This is an example of it. So we want to do the dribble handoff. Okay? And as soon as I say go, red, you're trying to score. Got it? All right, off you go. Go, go, go. Good job. Now that's the basketball they play. Like it or not, that's the game they play. The thing I didn't like, when I said go, we had players stop and watch. All right? If you can get out wide, we want you to move and we want to advance past it. Okay, so let's flip it over. Let's get rotate in, ladies, quickly. All right, so let's go one more time. Here we go. Dribble handoff. Go! Go! Throw it up. Good block out. All right, so we're ticking off some boxes here. Flip it over. Now we're going to do the ball screen. Okay, pick and roll defense, connect direct. Now the other thing we're going to add. I wouldn't do this if this was my team, but I'm just showing where we take it quickly. We're going to play one possession, and then we're going to play another possession. Okay, we're going to finish back here. Girls, you might want to come down here now. Now, always give thought to your rotations of drills, particularly when you're coaching younger people. So you can stand and you can coach on the move without stopping the drill. I think that's a really important thing, a really important aspect to be an effective development coach. So what are we doing offensively? Pick and roll. As soon as I say go. Okay, we ready? Get in front a little bit, wings. Here we go. Connect direct, good job. Go. Okay. Transition. Keep playing. What are we doing on def? Block out. Turnover. Drop it. Go, quick, bring back, quick. Throw it up. So what did you notice? We're doing the drill. It gets a little bit confusing. There's a pick and roll there. It's nothing like what we worked on. And I'm not having a go at them. But that's the thing. Like, you have to do your drilling where it's going to be under fire so you can correct it. And then you can pull it back and you can keep going forward. All right? You can work on some defensive transition with that, okay? And you can go through a lot of things. So the next thing I want to talk about, before I finish up, it's just a good 3-on-3 drill. Let's get you two over here. Let's get a player in the corner, player in the wing. So the basics of moving on the flight. You're in a stance. Okay. So what's your word? All right? We're just saying helped here. Okay? And remember, you're thinking push point. All right? Now, here's the drill. All right? I'm going to put my hand out. Okay? All right? As soon as you see that hand, you're going to touch it. All right? As soon as you see her move, you've got to take 2 dribbles. And we're going to work on rotation. All right? So you're going to move across. Now, what I want you to do, when you rotate, ladies, you're going to drop your ball side hip. You're not going to backpedal. Okay? If you backpedal, it's too hard. It's too hard to move the next time. You're going to drop your hip, all right, and sprint back and stay level with the ball. Got it? Okay? You're going to work to get back and try and push it to a push point. All right, so stay square now. Back here. Move over a little bit more. Get outside the 3-point line. All right, so you're saying help. You're saying low. What are you saying? Ball. All right, I think talking is the easiest thing to conceptualize. It's the hardest thing to get players to do. And we go and watch Australian football. They don't shut up. So I don't know what's wrong. We just can't get our basketball players to do it. All right, we ready? All right, now, that's pretty boring, isn't it? Like, it's a pretty good job, but that's pretty boring, and you might not have a full court to go through. So if we get a stop defensively, you're going to throw me the ball. You're going to respace. All right, and I know Eric's going to talk about some drive and kick, and then he'd go into the next thing. And I think when you're doing development, should have spoken about it earlier, there's like a gap. And what I mean by that gap, it's the gap of being able to transfer from offense to defense quickly, to anticipate. And I think when you're coaching younger players that aspire, you've got to shrink it. So you've got to create drills that challenge that. All right, so let's go back to the start of the drill. Same offense, defense. Now, Red, if you get the ball, I want you to outlet it to me. I think I talk about time and score. We'd be playing a 3, and there would be a shot clock if I had the access to it. Okay, ball's here. Move over there. Right on that. Right there. Wait. Good. Keep talking. Good talk. Good. Flip it over. Good job. Quickly. Whoa. Let's come up a little bit closer. Now, if you want to create a competitive advantage, stand back a little bit further. Okay? Good. Good. All right. Outlet. Respace behind the line. Quickly. Guard. Here we go. All right, so you can go on to the next play phase. You see some plays stopped, and that's the problem with drilling. All right, so let's get back to some technical stuff. Let's go back to it. My teaching style, if I'm using drills to teach, I want to get understanding of the drill, and then I use teaching. I teach the drill from there. Okay, I don't come on the court and teach straight away. I think it's boring for players. So if there's a baseline drive, and we give that up, and we're rotating. They did it before. You did a good job, Red. All right, you're going to take the first pass out. You're going to take the second pass out. And that's why I like doing 3-on-3 or 5-on-5, but 3-on-3 is good because it's easy to conceptualize for younger players. And it's the reality we live in here as coaches. You're not going to get a lot of time with your full 10 players at practice. So if the ball gets kicked out there, and My team would be talking about push points with the foot angles. Okay, we're going across. What's your word?
Help.
Help. What's your word? Good. All right? And that's that. Okay? How that drill would look with 5-on-5. Let's go back to it. Let's put the 4 players in. Okay. You can do it stationary, or you can add a bit of chaos and confusion, right? So when I say go, all right, you're going to dive. Okay, so you dive. You're still guarding her. All right, you're moving to here. You're moving to here. You're filling away. And then as soon as we touch it, right? So as soon as I put my hand out, you're going. Got it? You're in a stance, ready to go. What happens? Like, you got to be ball strong. All right? Ready, move, go. Cut. Cut. Come on, cut. Don't let it cut in front of you. Go, come on. All right, okay, let's go back to that. Go to where you were when the ball was here. Where were you? The ball was here. Where were you? You had the ball, right? You had it here. Go to where you were. And when you teach it, recreate the crime. Don't be afraid to stop it. Like, if I had a 10-minute time block and I'm coaching this age group, I try and discipline myself to 2 stoppages. I try and have that, because you don't want to be wasting time talking. The game's the best teacher, and you just got to be a conduit as a coach. So we went here. Now, what did you do? You forgot. We're in rotation, so once one rotates, the next player rotates. So the ball got kicked out here. Oh, it's my bad. Okay, so what happened on the breakdown? You go to where it was. I've made a mistake. All right, but we had an uncontested shot here. Okay, so we didn't get back to our player. All right, the next piece of it. And that's something I go recreate the crime, you know, and that's just a way of, I think, really effective to help players teach. 30 minutes is hard. I feel like I got in what I wanted. I threw a lot of stuff at you. I give them a clap. I think they did tremendously. Thanks, ladies. Very difficult job to come on, and then I was probably a little bit too eager to get a lot of stuff in. But we, you know, like, think about the basics of defense. And the last thing I'll say about the basics, they're the most perishable. So no matter what level you're at, you're gonna be walking off the court going, shit, we didn't block out. You know, we didn't close out, we didn't talk. You know, that's going to drive you crazy defensively. We didn't rotate when we needed. Think about some drill disciplines, whatever works for you. And then I love having the element of competition in a lot of my practice, particularly with development. And that's helped accelerate learning. And it just, sometimes it looks a little bit chaotic, which is what the game is. But any questions?
I think in the interest of time, we might hold the questions.
Okay.
Can we thank Damian Cotter?
I'll talk to anybody afterwards.